Hey, what's going on everyone? Back here with Age of the Ring 7.3, and we're back playing the Good Campaign for BFME2 because I never finished it. Because Adane released theirs and it was alright. I prefer the Age of the Ring version. I'll be doing some custom maps as well. This week, hopefully. The reason I'm redoing it as well, if you remember correctly, I did it a really long time ago and I wanted to do it. I'm redoing some of my playthroughs because I did it like when I was like inexperienced as fuck. Ew. Yeah, we'll get that. Alright. That one. Oh, we'll just do that. Alright. Yeah, the Adane version was, like, fine, but it had a lot of problems, which I think they fixed, but I think I should have waited longer for them to fix, which was my bad, but... No shit, Sherlock. Oh, hello. Oh, it's Goblin Cave. I knew that. They probably said it, but I'm deaf. Yeah, 8.0 is coming out. I don't think I'll redo this in 8.0 unless they've vastly improved it or something. But, yeah. I might. Or I might just replay them, like, last missions next time. Dormitory. Shut up. Yeah. Okay, I've got no money. I'm poor! What's this do? There we go. Take him out! Glorfindel. Oh. Do not take my money! Alright, and we have to go destroy this eventually. But yeah, I'm glad, like, they redid the campaign. Like, it'd be kind of cool if they redid the Rise of the Witch King campaign, but honestly, they don't have Angmar in their mod. 8.0 will have Angmar on a certain map. They have an adventure map around it, but like, realistically, making a whole campaign with a faction you don't have just doesn't seem logical to me. Like, as you probably all remember, I played the Rise of the Witch King campaign in 2.02, and, like, it was alright. It wasn't really my cup of tea. We're fucking poor, that's our problem. Must we? Sounds like an... Alright, fine. Even though the million times I've played this mission, I don't think they've ever come in my base. Even on hard. But yeah, if you didn't see it yesterday, I posted a custom map of Cair Andros, which was actually really fun. But I'm thinking of... I might do that again with Death March because it was a piece of piss. Okay, fuck. 800, fuck that. This is why they have hobbits. Because otherwise the early game's fucked. Actually, their early game's a bit better now because they increased, I think they nerfed hobbits and increased the resources per click on their orchard. Because it used to be 20 for max, now it's standard. And because of that, like, absolute, like, disadvantage, even with the cheaper units. Like, I remember I was playing multiplayer and I played Gondor, and honestly I just harassed the Eco and they couldn't really go anywhere with it, so... I think after, like, a ton of feedback from their beta testers, they chose to change up the cost, which I thought was fair. I don't know how much the... I don't know how much the hobbits were actually nerfed, but hobbits were pretty strong. I don't play multiplayer enough to actually honestly notice these things. Like, I'm not super into being pro or anything. I don't really care. I've always been like an offline player. I'm not a multiplayer fan of any degree. Oh fuck, oh fine, I'll build them even though they cost a metric. Fuck them. Oh, okay. Don't go that way then. Oh, all my animals are like congregating around my feet. But like, I thought like, oh, I've lost my train of thought, fuck it. Yeah, multiplayer to me, like, it's honestly so toxic and I mean, I used to play TF2 pretty, like, competitively. Like, when I probably stopped playing around the age of 15, 16. Which, like... So yeah, about 8 years ago, and then I came back to it occasionally, but I've never been, like, hugely invested in multiplayer. Like, I played Black Ops when that came out, online, got to max rank, and sort of just gave up after that. I just never, like, was super into multiplayer. I don't know, maybe I'm antisocial as fuck. That's a lot of dollary dues. Yeah. Let's play some music. Yeah, multiplayer's just never been my cup of tea. Plus, people fight over it so much, and it just annoys me, in all honesty. I played Rainbow Six for a while. That was kind of fun to play with friends, but there was so many people in that that was just toxic mess. Oh god. No! Wow. It's tankier than I remember. Against units, anyway. Blaine actually seems to be keeping up with everyone, which, like, in BFME2 standard, he'd always be like, your whole army would be here, and he'd be like, over here somewhere. We gotta get Haldir at some point. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people always wondered why I wasn't super into multiplayer. I mean, like, I played BFME online a little bit, but honestly, it always ended badly. Like, someone would... Yeah, I don't know. If you get the right group of people, it's pretty fun. But, like, if you're just going through Game Ranger, you will definitely get, like, abused at some point. But that, like, that's not a BFME specific thing. That's a gaming thing. Like, I was reading on Discord, someone's like, why is the BFME community so toxic online? And everyone was kind of like, I think that goes for, like, all... Oh, there we go. I think that goes for all gaming. I mean, like, Call of Duty's definitely worse. TF2 used to be actually pretty chill when I played it. That turned into a metric fuckfest. Why are you taking me over here? I've got nothing down here. Alright. Oh god. Need reinforcements yet? Hell dear. Lucky you've got invincibility on. yeah, I definitely never cared for fighting over games. A lot of people say people like that are like just shit at games. I'm like, yeah, not necessarily. Like I think I grew up in the era of like PS2 and stuff, so like, or like PS1 as well. So most games were story based, and multiplayer was like a very new concept. So we all played, like, I love story based games. I much prefer like single player story based game to like any, like, that's why I hate that most modern games are like going towards multiplayer, and I'm like, oh, fuck off. This will do. Hey mate, you better not knock down that tower, because I am not going the other way. Welcome to my TED Talk. Someone might come again and be like, not that bad. You just played with the wrong people. Or some shit like that. Like, nah. I had fun playing BFME online at times. Like, you play with the right people and you're good for gold. I was gonna say, why aren't you guys fucking moving along? Oh, now invincibility was turned off. That's a bit inconvenient. Honestly, I always preferred Haldir on bow to sword. I can't honestly, like, what mods are you guys looking forward to? I think the mod I'm looking for to the most is Shadow and Flame 2.0. I don't know why. I don't know, I prefer BFME 1 to BFME 2. Probably because of the plot system. I don't know, when BFME 1 came out, the plot system was actually a pretty unique concept. No other game I can think of had that. Like, I mean, you had Command and Conquer, which you could only build in like a limited field, kind of like the bottom mod. But like the whole plot thing was like, yeah, that, like, I don't know any other games that used a system like that, and it was kind of cool. But like the campaign for BFME 1's always been really easy as well, so there was downsides to that game. But yeah, like Shadow and Flame is pretty much the closest you're gonna get to Age of the Ring in BFME 1. But like, just because they use like similar models and stuff, like, because they're sister mods, doesn't mean they necessarily do the same things either. Like, they might have different abilities and different balance techniques, because balancing BFME 1 is like completely different to BFME 2. Very different gameplay. I thought I could get like a what? Yeah, no, I can't build a forge. I thought you could. Oh. The one thing with the Dane, though, making this campaign, is like, it was clearly set up for free build. And that was really apparent. Like, at first, I'm like, oh, it should work fine, right? And I'm like, nope, this campaign was not designed to play this way. Not shitting on the Dane, I'm just saying. Like, alright. Like, they did a very good job. They definitely made it harder, I'll give them that. Like, the BFME 2 campaign's never been overly challenging to me. Like, it's a pretty easy campaign. Even as a kid, I found the Good Campaign kind of like a joke. Because I got Battle for Middle-earth when it like first came out. Like, I remember getting BFME 2 like, I think like a month after it came out on Christmas, and I was like, eh. I would have been about 6, and I fucking loved it. Because I still have it. I have the PC version of Return of the King with the like actual advertisement for Battle for Middle-earth 1 on the back of it. But like, yeah, memory from BFME 1, it was pretty unbalanced when it came out. And I was kind of sad when EA just abandoned it, because fuck it, why not? But then we had a very talented group of modders that kept that game alive. Because without the mod community, this game would have become a footnote pretty quickly. I've heard people say that's not true, but like, I feel like only really die-hard Lord of the Rings fans would have kept that going. But like, even like I've seen Age of the Ring like all over the internet. Like, people not even aware of the Discords. It's just like, it's a very popular mod. It's definitely got like amazing models, and it's pretty much the closest you'll get for a Battle Familiar 3. Unless you can't Reforge, but until I see a download of that game, I'm not gonna put too much stock into it. There's been people around that said it's a scam. I'm like, not really. What's the scam? People say because they accept donations, it's automatically a scam. I'm like, that's a complete choice. It's not required. They even say it's not required at all. So, yeah. And like, I think like the fact that Unreal Engine 5 came out, they like had to port it over, and it's like they're not as active on Discord compared to say like Conquest Reimagined, and that's within their choice. It's not everyone wants to like post, and like because they're keeping us in the dark, they're actually kind of creating a scenario where you're more excited for it because you really like only have a limited amount of information around it. But there are like a few issues with Reforged. Like, they're using, like, just because it's a free game doesn't mean they're immune to copyright. Like, EA could definitely be really cunty and just go, oh yeah, by the way, bye. And I mean, the Lord of the Rings license itself is like a bitch of a license. Modding's even a grey area. And like, we all know what it's been like, oh crap. Getting the license for Lord of the Rings is like kinda a metric fuck. Like, it is not easy. That's why something like Rings of Power took years to do, and it essentially took Christopher Tolkien dying for it to happen. Like, and it, yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I didn't like Rings of Power. I watched the first episode and the pacing was horrible. The acting was really average. The production was actually decent and it looked cool, but like, the elves didn't look like elves to me or even represent what elves are meant to be like. Like, I am probably gonna watch the whole thing one day, but like, for now, no. Like, people say, oh, some Lord of the Rings content is better than nothing, and I'm like, okay. I hate that argument because it's like, what, you're just gonna accept shit because it's got the name Lord of the Rings on it. Like, that is not how I roll. Like, I didn't even like the Hobbit movies that much. I mean, the first Hobbit movie was alright. The second one was almost entirely pointless. Like, they honestly could have taken the second one out and just done like 2, maybe like 3-hour films or 2.5-hour films, and it would have been fine. And they added a lot and took out a lot, which was just really strange to me. Because it's not a big book. I read the book when I was about 5, and it's like, from memory, it's only like 250 pages. Like, if you haven't read The Hobbit movies are fine. Like, you wouldn't know the wiser. And I know they tried to, like, sort of mirror a lot of what they did with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because it worked. Like, why fuck with what worked? Yeah, bitch. Ooh. But if you like the Hobbit movie or whatever, that's fine. I don't like. It's up to you. Like, people say the Lord of the Rings trilogy was perfection. I'm like, I don't believe in perfection. I thought it was one of the best book to movies in like I've ever seen. Alright. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check the links down below. They're kind of important. Like and all that helps the algorithm, keeps me going. And goodbye for now. Welcome to the end of the video. Shout out to my lovely patrons. You keep the stream alive. Even $1 per month is a lot of help and it goes a really long way. And thank you all for essentially getting me to this point. We recently passed 500 subscribers. Woo! And yeah, so I'm making a new outro. So we have a few Discord servers here we would like to show off. This is my private Patreon Discord server. If you're a Patreon, you get access to this, depending on your level. But even $1 a month, you get that access to most stuff. Just like we've got videos, YouTube playlists, behind the scenes, which I just like generally drop stuff all the time. Like nice behind the scenes stuff. We've got our main server here, and once again, links to pretty much everything, co-owned with Nadoline. So we've got news, wool mod content, other game content, pretty much a bit of everything for everyone. And don't forget to go look at my social media. I'm very active on all of them. There should be some screenshots popping up, but yeah, go check them out. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye for now. Hey, I just thought I would add to my outro and say I now have a BFME English community set up. And I thought I would show it off because I've been linking in the description, but yeah. So we've got like BFME mod news, content promotion of like YouTubers that play BFME, general game news, and yeah, we're still just getting sort of used to everything, and yeah, check the links below and you'll see it. Right, thank you.